It is Sunday morning. It is 8 o'clock on the dot, and this is Coffee Talk. We get together 7 days a week, chat about what's going on in the world of weather in your neighborhood, have a little bit of fun banter back and forth, and take any questions you may have. Hope you're having a great Sunday morning. I want to take a minute to thank Kellyanne for working this morning, Alex for working yesterday morning, Tony for working last night, all to get me a couple of days off. Thank you all. The MVPs of the group. Thank you. I appreciate it. I had a great day off yesterday. I'm going to have a great day off today. I'm flying out to Houston to head to the Johnson Space Center. We'll talk more about that. But let's kind of start things off, shall we, with a live look outside. At least if you're watching this live, it's live, right? This is a look over at New Smyrna Beach. It's a little hazy there, isn't it? Did get a couple of updates from the National Weather Service this morning talking about visibility issues, dense fog in spots. And that's kind of where we're at right now. A little bit of fog. It's not too bad. Here's a look at the visibility map just so that everybody's on the same page. And you can see New Smyrna Beach, Daytona Beach, we're down to that 5-mile range, right? But you look down to Melbourne, Palm Bay, certainly southern Brevard County, those numbers are just a little bit lower. A little bit of fog down around Polk County and up around, it's just kind of pockets of fog around. Nothing too bad, but there are some pockets of fog. All right. First warning, live Doppler radar. Scanning around, not finding anything except for along the west coast. Let me come in a little bit. Not even sure if that, I guess that looks like it would be shower activity. Yep, it's shower activity, all right. Okay, so there you go. A little bit of light rain coming in around I-75 there. Shady, never heard of it, but Shady Hills. Our radar's picking up some rain. Let's tap into the Tampa radar. Is there any other stuff off the shore? Yeah, up to the north. That's fine. All right. So that's where we're at right now. Understand, my situational awareness is not great today. I am off of work, so just kind of been monitoring some things. So, okay, there you go. A little weak frontal boundary in the area. Don't expect it's going to usher in anything of a cool front. I mean, it's a cool front. My friend, who's a meteorologist, would hate me for saying that. There's no such thing as a cool front. It's a cold front. I raise my cup of coffee to you. Okay, it's a front. But it doesn't bring any cold air. It's not bringing any cool air either. An old frontal boundary. Does that sound better? All right, a couple of showers up around the I-10 corridor. You can see Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Florida Panhandle. But for us, all that front's going to do is end up depositing moisture in the area, which in turn will lead to rain chances, particularly for tomorrow. All right, temperatures out the door, comfy, upper 60s in Palm Bay, 70s for the rest of us, so it's nice and warm. Forecast this afternoon, let's take a look, right? 81 by 11 o'clock, it's 86 by 1 p.m., 90 degrees our high temperature, and there's a sprinkle or two in the overall forecast. It does not look too bad. Yeah, 10% chance of rain. All in all, it does look rather lovely. Can't argue that fact. Right? Does look nice. I like it. If you've got outdoor plans today, here's a look neighborhood by neighborhood around. All right, 90 today in Orlando, 80 in New Smyrna Beach, 80 Daytona Beach, 82 in Titusville. So it really is. It is a lovely forecast, right? Upper 80s out to the I-75 corridor, the Villages, Ocala, but definitely along the shoreline, that breeze really helping us out. Like, those temperatures are looking lovely. So it just depends on where you are. All right, let's look at rain chances, shall we, on Futurecast. Oh, I have to pull it up, don't I? Yeah, I guess I have to pull it up. All right, stand by. I thought it was up next. All right, Futurecast. Let's dial in here. I'll bring a full screen for you as well. And then I'll take your... I see everybody's comments. Beverly says, let's schedule the rain dance. I know. Let's look at Futurecast, and then I will get to some comments, all right? All right, so here we are. Through 11:30, 12 o'clock, we're looking good. Sprinkle or two here or there, not too bad, right? 3, 4, 5 o'clock, a sprinkle here or there. You can see out, particularly east of the metro, not too bad. Really not a bad one. All right, and then for tonight, we had some clouds. Tomorrow, though, remember, with this front, we know that it's going to make that deposit of moisture. So we've got the moisture in play there, right? All right, let's continue this, shall we? Looking good, right? There's the moisture, though, tomorrow afternoon. Particularly, the computer models are wanting to say on the eastern side of the area, right? So for tomorrow's rain chance, which tomorrow being the better opportunity to see some rainfall, it's definitely going to be centered along our eastern seaboard, right? Tomorrow's rain chance, the further east you live, the better opportunity you are to have some rain. For today, the rain chances are much lower, a sprinkle or two at best. All right, so that's where we're at today, my friends. Lots of events around Central Florida. Lots of opportunities to get outside and enjoy Live Golf. Final round of the Live Golf Orange County National opportunity there. 88 degrees through the early evening. Not too bad. If you're heading out to Volcano Bay, it's a great water park day, right? Temperatures hitting 90 degrees, but it's not as hot as it's going to be. The next couple of days, 92 tomorrow. And then we get even hotter. Look at the next 3 days, as a matter of fact. By Tuesday, we'll hit 93 degrees. So what's going on in the overall weather pattern? So there's that little front kind of hanging out over South Florida for us today. It will have moved south. Then as it continues, we just keep the moisture around from it. So opportunity for rain on Monday. Not a ton, but an opportunity for rain. Opportunity for sprinkle or so on Tuesday. Wednesday, the next frontal boundary tries to work in our direction, but you know how this game goes, right? We're just not going to be looking at many opportunities to see some showers. So let's take a look at Central Florida's certified most accurate 7-day forecast, and then we can get into things, right? 90, 92, 93, 93, 92. Yeah. So we've got, it's beautiful, but we've got a stretch of hot temperatures ahead, okay? That's where we're at. We can dive in deeper into all of the other storylines now, but let me take a pause. Otherwise, nobody wants to just listen to me talk for minutes and minutes and minutes. And now we can say good morning. Hi, how are you? Good morning to you. Rosebud says 90 is not a cool front. I know. Totally correct. Frank says, what? No 94? I mean, let's look at the raw GFS, Frank. This, if you remember, this is the week that the GFS had been pointing out 97. LOL. What does it say? I've not seen this yet, so let's take a look together. Yeah, all right. So that's laughable. Right? Yeah. So the GFS is saying 98 for Tuesday. Cool beans. There's a reason. If we hit 98, I would be shocked. I also won't be here in Central Florida, so at least there's that. But I will just say that computer model data is guidance, not gospel. Yeah. Michael says, you don't have a sunburn, so you must have remembered the hat and the sunscreen. Yes, I did. I did remember the hat and the sunscreen, yeah. Which, can I just show you something? So, let me show you what was happening yesterday. This is adorable. I didn't take enough pictures. But I did take... Okay, so... This was me getting the burgers ready. Yum, yum, yum. This was me getting the outside ready. Yum, yum, yum. And then we got, so many of the cousins together here. I'll bring it full screen for you. Got the cousins together, and everybody decided they wanted to squirt me. So this is, and of course you can't tell because this webcam is trash. I probably should get a better one. But Alexander in the middle there is spraying me. You can't tell because this webcam's trash, but there it is. So anyway, it was fun had by all. We served hamburgers, hot dogs, chicken, coffee. It was a good day. But yes, I remembered all that stuff. Rosebud says 97 is not funny. Well, correct. And you'll notice our forecast, which is a forecast. Remember, computer models are guidance, not gospel, whereas the forecast at least is human rated, we'll say, right? And that does not have a 97 or a 98 on there, so for what it's worth. Yeah. At 5 a.m. when I took the dog out, I couldn't believe how warm it is. It's feeling like summer a little bit, yeah. Taylor says, I wouldn't be shocked. Yeah, I know. Linda says, pool cover officially off, cleaned and put away. Very good. Look at you. Yeah. I'm still using the pool cover and just taking it on and off every day. But I will also add that because I'm out of town, I'm going to leave the pool cover off so that the kids can just play with mommy in the pool. And I usually am the one that pulls it back because it's a big, bulky thing. So anyway. Rosebud says, love the t-shirt. You should wear it on TV. It looks more like Florida. Look, if I could get away with this, I would. This is one of the parts of Coffee Talk that I adore, is the being able to just kind of be me. Like when you see me in Houston the next couple of days, it's going to be me. Taylor says, here's your sign, new webcam time. I know. Listen, because Coffee Talk is completely funded by me, I've nursed some things along, and maybe it is time to get a new webcam. Is the quality that bad? Let me see. Let me bring it full screen so I can see. Yeah, the quality's kind of crummy, isn't it? Okay. All right, point taken, people. Yeah, I'm looking at it, and I'm like, yeah. All right. Point taken. Is there any way you could please show the rain chance for the weekend of the 21st? I want to know if I go to SeaWorld with the kiddos. I've not, if I'm honest, I've been running well behind in the long range world. The weekend of the 21st. Let's look here. Hold on a second. The 21st of April would translate out to be April 4th. Actually, it would be like here. Yeah, so that would be it. So there'll be looks like a little storm system. Yeah, maybe a little bit of rain around that weekend. If this plays out the way that it looks like it will, then what we end up with there is you've got like a little storm system just off the coast of Florida. So yeah, it may play out that way. So I would say, plan to go. I would certainly plan to go, but just know that you may have a little bit of moisture around. All right? It's okay. We can do it. Any other questions? Does early 90s mean rougher hurricane season? Not necessarily. They're not like completely aligned there. Yeah. I opened the patio door early, smelled the fire burning. Any status on that, Volusia? So as I understand, it's completely contained. Let me go to the dashboard here. Stand by. Yeah, so double gate contained, completely contained. It made it up to 1,900 acres there in Volusia County, so completely contained. The last fire, though, that did show up in the active dashboard was 2 days ago, right along State Road 50 in East Orange County. It was only 2 acres, and it was 75% contained. The Cupid fire. So for right now, we may have some remnant stuff smoldering, but we don't have any big concerning active fires. I do want to point out though that the burn ban list has continued to grow. Now Seminole, Orange, Brevard, Osceola, and Polk counties. So that continues to grow. Why? Because our rainfall deficit continues to add and add, right? And frankly, I'm a little surprised that Lake and Sumter counties have not joined the burn ban world just because they meet that 500 Keach-Byram drought index criteria. So, yeah. John says the quality is not that bad. Are you talking about the content or the webcam? I'm teasing you. Frank says it'll make you look like a 70-year-old. I mean, you know. Taylor says, I don't think the quality is horrible, but even cheap ones are an improvement to the old ones. It's true. Yeah, you know, and you know, like the camera on the left, or the screen on the left with the weather graphics, you know that I was trying and have been trying to make that better. Like that was the old quality. Not terrible, but the new quality is much like old system for showing graphics. New system for showing graphics. Old, new. Old, new. Right? So I have been trying to constantly up the quality game. And I will tell you, when I'm in Houston, I'm going to try and do something different. I'm actually going to try, because every time I'm in a hotel room, I feel like the internet is so negligible. So what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and run Coffee Talk out of Orlando from Houston. I think, I've never done it like this before, but I think the quality will be best on your side. I think. So we'll try it. No idea how it'll work. Chris says, I put watching showers on the April 21st forecast calendar. All right, Chris. All right. Debbie says, fire contained but still burning. Yeah, and that's the struggle. That's the struggle we get to. Adam says, nothing wrong with the camera on the YouTube end. How does it look on my phone? Let me pull it up. You want some Inception stuff, right? Let's do that. Ba-ba-ba. When I'm in Houston, I'm going to try Inception stuff, right? Let's do that. Okay, well, that's just weird hearing myself. I'll turn the volume down because I don't need to hear it. All right. I see you full screen, Burris. Let's see how this looks. I mean, it doesn't look terrible. I do feel like it could look better. Doesn't look terrible, though. I do feel like it could look better. Okay, all right, enough of that. It's not the lens, it's the pixely stuff. So, anyway, that's fine. At some point, we'll do that. Yeah, Bruce, 1, 2, 2, 1. It's just like the eye doctor, right? Yeah. What am I going to Texas for? Okay, so what am I going to Texas for? So, if you recall, I'm kind of a space nerd. Story time, yay. Let's crowd around. So, about a month ago, NASA put out a note and said, if anybody's interested, and this is not just for media, okay? If anybody's interested, we're holding a NASA social in Houston, April 3rd and 4th. Sign up here, and if you're picked, you can come to the Johnson Space Center. It was announced that they were going to announce the Artemis 2 astronauts. So this was an opportunity to meet said Artemis 2 astronauts. And so I signed up. And what's even funnier is I was like, I literally tweeted out, like, tell me how to not do this. So I did it. Well, I got picked. And I didn't like try to, I don't want to say I didn't try to get picked. I signed up for it, but I didn't like reach out to any friends that are at NASA and like, please make this happen. Please make this happen. I was like, let's just see what happens. Well, I got picked. I was already off this week for work. So that's why I signed up. And so here we are. I don't know that I'm going to do anything for TV, but you know I'm going to be blowing up our social channels. So anyway, the astronauts for Artemis. So I've got this whole, like, let's see. Oh, it'd help if I spelled NASA correct. NASA HQ. Okay. All right, so here's my timeline. So 8 a.m. 8:15 tomorrow is check-in. Okay. 8:45 to 12:30. Oh, that's Tuesday. Hold on. What's tomorrow? Monday. Ooh. Okay. 8 to 8:30 is check-in. 10 to 11 is the Crew 2 naming announcement. This is Central Time. 11 to 11:30, I get to hang with the crew. 11:45 to 12:30, lunch break. 12 to 4, tours and activities. 4:10, return to check-in. Next day, 9 a.m. check-in, tours and activities, 9:30 to 12:30. And 12:30 to 5, the next on Tuesday, is optional free time at Space Center Houston. I'll take that. Yep. Yeah. Okay. I'll take that. So there you go. Your webcam pick is better than your phone camera. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Listen, it's always, we're just always trying to up the ante. That's all. Feels like a miss on Wesh's part not to have you do something for TV. Well, I'm not bringing like camera equipment, so it would all be cell phone based. But we'll see. I'll reach out to the bosses. But I don't disagree, Vanessa, but it's also, it's also what it is. What will the weather be in Houston? That's actually a good question. Let's see. All right, so so the NBC station in Houston is KPRC, which ironically, you may or may not know this, KPRC used to be a sister station of WESH. So here, let's try and watch this together and just see. Of course, KPRC is now a sister station to Channel 6 here in town. Let me see if I can dial this up. I have not watched this, so I'm curious as to just kind of see where we are in terms of the weather forecast. I have no idea. Video forecast. All right, it's loading. It's loading. Once it loads, then I can play it back, and we can all watch together. Is there an Are we doing an advertisement first? I'm doing this off camera. Oh boy. It's trying to load the ad and going slow as molasses. All right, here.
Alice Foundation Repair, working hard for Texas since 1977.
Would be right. In fact, we saw record tying or setting temperatures across the board. Both Intercontinental and Hobby were at 89. That's tied the record from back in 1908 and 1939. And look at this, Galveston, 87 degrees today.
Oh, so it's record highs there.
1935 of 81 smashed out of the park. Won't be that warm again tomorrow, but still it will be mighty toasty for the rest of the evening. If you're headed out this evening, we'll see mid-upper 60s. Very pleasant night, too. The air is fairly dry right now, with the exception of right along the coast. So I do think that we'll be looking at a fairly quiet start to our Sunday. Upper 50s to low 60s, right about mid-60s. Probably some more coastal fog down around the island. And then as we get into about 11 o'clock, if you're headed out for Palm Sunday services, no problems expected there. Anywhere from the upper 60s to low 70s. And then as we take it through the afternoon, we'll be up around 78 to 80. So cooler than today. That's the good news. And then notice as we go in towards Sunday evening, a few showers, thunderstorm or two tries to nose its way in here as we get in towards Sunday night. But that'll be the last of the cooler days. As we get back in towards Monday, Tuesday, we're back up into the upper 80s to about 90 degrees. And then notice we're into the 70s. And why is that?
Well, okay, so basically what I'm looking at, what I'm hearing him say is it's basically the exact same stuff that we've got here in Central Florida. Got it. Okay. Point taken. I hear you. I hear what you're saying. I smell what the Rock is cooking. Okay. All right. Got it. So there you go. Thursday cold. Hopefully that front won't bother me too much. Oh, they're using the standard ugly color table. These are the things your graphics nerd friend here. It stands out. Rosebud says, I'm jealous they're getting rain. I mean, we're getting rain too. It's just not a lot. It's just not a lot. One thing that's interesting to point out is just how active the weather pattern is and will continue to be. So, for example, look here next couple of days, right? Like today, Dallas getting some nastier storms. Hopefully that doesn't impact my flight. Monday, not too bad, but look at Tuesday. Another opportunity for significant weather, a level 3 out of 5 risk for strong to severe storms in almost the same places that had the severe weather Friday night into Saturday. Big concerns there. You'll feel right at home, but with the Astro excitement. Amen. Amen. Jeannie, will you be outside much anyway? I have no idea. I honest to God, have no idea what to expect. No idea what to expect. Yeah. Chris, when you watch other people do weather hits, not Wesh, do you critique them? I don't critique the person because they are who they are, but do I critique their graphics? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I do. But that's my job, right? Like, we could critique left and right. You know what my big thing is? Standard color tables. You know, do you know? Okay, so near record heat, right? Okay, let's take a minute and let's talk color tables. You want to do that? We'll do that real fast. This is the Wesh radar. This is how we have it laid out, okay? Let me show you the standard trash. It's not trash, it's just... All right. Hold on a second. Workspaces. All right, here. Let me show you what the radar looks like standard. And when I see standard stuff, it just is so ugly. And you'll see, see how vibrant my water is? All right, hold on. Let me turn off our Earth. And let me go to standard Earth. Yeah. Yeah. So you can see how the defaults... And some stations don't even touch it, and it looks like this, like the murky water. You know, we're talking about like critiquing stuff, like that is the true standard. You see how murky that water is? Ugh. Yeah, so some stations... leave it just like that. That's the standard right there. Unless you tweak it up, unless you tweak it and play with it and stuff, that's what you get. And, you know, some stations don't. Yeah. Beverly Frank says, my eyes. I know, Bright. My God, it's just so ugly. Beverly says, yikes, we're spoiled. I don't want you to think you're spoiled, but, you know, I can tell you I've put a lot of work into making this look very nice. Brian, Eric, I wonder if Dan Billow also got picked for the meet and greet Artemis, too. He would be a kid in a candy store. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he's retired at this point, so I don't know that he wants to. I mean, you know... Jeannie says, gross. Tweak looks better. Well, certainly it looks better. I spent a lot of time on that. Not to mention, did you notice the two-tone on the water? Like the lighter blue on the top to the darker blue? That's not by accident. So yes, I critique graphics a lot. But that's my job. I also see things that other companies may be doing better. Because there's always room for jello, you know? So, yeah, I'm always critiquing. Seeing what other people do better, what other people do worse, all that stuff. And I'm not saying this because like we've got a new graphics package coming down the pike today, but like at some point there will be a new graphics package. Listen, I mean the old graphics, listen, between you and me and these computer walls, do you remember what our graphics used to look like? Let me show you. I mean, they were terrible. Try and find like tree lighting. This was an old Wesh graphic. My God, what were we thinking? You know what I mean? These are old graphics. These are, so it's always evolving. I mean, I used to think that looked, I don't want to say I used to think that looked good. It looked decent. But we've grown. Ooh, that hurts my eyes. So glad we are not there anymore. Thank you, Nicole. I appreciate it. Jeannie Rowan, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Do the kids still say that? I don't think that they do. I do, but I'm, old soul. So what are you going to do? Thank you, Rosebud, for appreciating it. Thank you. Yeah. Hurst is lucky to have a great... Oh, thank you, Joanne. Thank you. So, all right. It's 8:30. I've got some things I got to do around the house before heading down to the airport. 90 today, 92 with a couple of storms tomorrow, particularly east of town. Spell check keeps trying to make it twerk. Oh, that's too funny. You're fine. Thank you, Eric Gamp. I appreciate it, buddy. Thank you. And then hot. It's a hot stretch of weather. No doubt about it. All right. So today is Sunday. I'll do some sort of an update today as I'm traveling, and I'll let y'all know that I got there safe and all that fun stuff. And I'm going to try, like I said, I'm going to do coffee talk, but I'm going to try and run it out of Orlando just so that you've got the best quality. I'm going to try it. I know coffee talk coming straight out of a hotel room sometimes with the crummy internet that we have is not the best. So we'll figure it out, all right? But in the meantime, have a wonderful Sunday. Be the sunshine in someone else's day. Thank you for hanging for coffee talk. And I'll be posting updates on the journey out west. Go west, young man. See y'all later. Bye.